All right, mic check, everybody. Mic check. Making sure everything is working properly. We'll be on in just a few. All right, Rangers. Welcome back to the Command Center. This is your White Ranger, Clayton. Today, we are jumping into a new game. We aren't going to be in Kingdom Hearts today. I ran a poll on my Twitter whether to keep going with Kingdom Hearts or play a new game, and the vote tallied as new game, so that is what we'll be diving into. Today, we are jumping into, it was a download title that I found a couple years ago. I think it was actually the year it came out, which I do not have that off the top of my head. Pretty sure it was a couple years ago. I think it was actually the year it came out, which I do not have that off the top of my head. 2010, 2011 when this game came out. It is called the Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Actually, it's a pretty good game right now. You're seeing my away message because I just recently re-downloaded it and I just started it today and it's got a patch to run, so I'm letting that run right now. Actually, it's a pretty good game right now. You're seeing my away message because I just recently re-downloaded it and I just started it today. 2013. Wow, I was off by a couple years, but yeah, that's about when but I've had this game that long and it's actually a pretty fun game. It's a first-person shooter set in the Old West, and you're playing a character who is essentially just Clint Eastwood's character from The Man with No Name, from what I remember. And the point of the game is it's like 1808 at this point, and you walk into this bar, and there's a guy sitting at a table with this young boy and a waitress, and they recognize you because your story's been written about in penny dreadfuls and all kinds of stuff, and you're setting the record straight about what really happened in your life. So the whole game is essentially a flashback, but it's you retelling your story to these people who think what they've read about was the real story, and you're giving them what actually happened. Which is kind of fantastic because it has this, since you're being told the story as you're experiencing it, the environment will change as he's telling the story. So, it looks like it's springtime, and then he goes, no, wait, now that I remember thinking about it, it was set in the fall, and all of a sudden the entire world changes around you to fit into that setting. It's actually pretty fun in that respect. All right, looks like everything is ready to go. Let's switch you over now. I will again apologize because this is a PS3 title. I haven't haven't checked, but I don't think you can download it on the PS4 other than through that streaming service they run, PlayStation Now, which is a decent service, but I don't know if I'd want to pay for that yet. And I don't even think this game's on PlayStation Now. If it is, if you have PlayStation Now, I would recommend getting it. Or if you still have your PS3, then go ahead and get this game, because then I think it'll be worth it, because it's not terribly expensive. It wasn't terribly expensive back when it first came out either. And one of the things I like is it's, as a download title, all right, adjust the slider until the logo on the left is completely invisible. Okay. It might just be my TV, but there is no logo on my screen. So we're going to slide this all the way to the right, because I can't see dick. There we go. And it's got its own little collectible. It's called the Nuggets of Truth, where actually you'll find these little magazine things that have actual historical information, like, oh, this is what happened in this area at this point in time, and here's a little factoid about it. It's like not like huge bibliographies or anything. It's just nice little stuff you'd find on a Discovery Channel show or something. Nice and fun. And it has a couple different modes. It has a story mode, an arcade mode, which I never played, and duels mode, which is kind of fun because it just has you doing the duel system, which is in this game, which, it takes a hot minute to get used to, but it's actually, once you get used to it, it's actually pretty fun, and it's one of those, you got to get the timing right or you're just screwed. But that's how it was back then. That's kind of the thing I like about it. So let's launch this story. We got normal, hard, and then True West. I only went to hard ever. I never tried True West because normal was decently difficult. Hard was just ramped up. And I was like, if hard is this ramped up, I don't want to deal with True West. And you get multiple types of weapons, all kinds of upgrades, and for the title you get, 1910. I was 2 years off. That's how long it's been. It's 1910, so it's It's getting right at the end of the Old West. You see, has like Model Ts and actual cars. It's like the Old West is pretty much done. Within the next decade, you're going to be getting.
Sir? Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
What are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with
This is one of my favorite things because he's just an old.
Is that where you started as a bounty hunter?
This game also reminds me of how.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy.
Oh crap! I just blanked the movie.
First man I hunted was back when I was riding with
It was a
Billy
DC movie, came out a couple years ago. Cowboy.
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected
Let's
the 10
see.
stars off any crooked lawman who crossed him.
Jonah Hex. That's what it reminds me of. What Jonah Hex the movie should have been.
County War, and Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Oh, it's got great storytelling. It's got all kinds of stuff that's pretty decent in it, and for a download title, it also is very pretty. That stylized open you saw, you can see very well done. When you get into the actual game, you can see how pretty it actually looks. Let's see.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha.
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
It's like, just look at this game. For a download title, this is exceptionally well done, especially for the PS3. Very pretty. You look. It looks pretty realistic. It's like you can. It's like there are parts where you can tell, yeah, it's a game, like this grass here, and part of the tree, the leaves in the trees. But then if you're not staring at the texture on that tree, you're just looking at it, and it's like, boom, it pretty picturesque. Kind of gives the illusion that it's reality, kind of uncanny valley. And then you get, if you hit the select button, it also tells you where you need to go. But one of the things I like about this game is it gives you, while it's kind of corridor-esque, it's also slightly open world, where you're plopped in this one tiny section of area, but you're allowed to explore that little area and look at things and check things out. And it's like, you walk around, you see all this stuff. It's like, there's text, like, if you look down, you can, like, when you get a scope for a gun, when you play New Game Plus or stuff, they actually put stuff on that label. You can read what's on the label. They went out of their way and they textured all the things. It's like stuff that you didn't have to look at, but or maybe not look at, but people like me do. You just walk around. I mean, if you hell, look at the cows that are over here, and they're very well textured and very lifelike for a downloadable game title, and they have decent sound coming from them as you're walking around them. Alright.
Stay here to keep an eye on the road. That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
Ooh, long shot. And you get XP. You get bonuses for.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse? Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Like you get XP.
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded
XP
the
for
entire homestead.
trick shots. You get bonuses for headshots and specialty shots, like shoot through something to get to a guy.
Fire at will! Spread out, goddammit!
They're coming from the
I
rear!
decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Have one behind us!
Stay on it! Cover fire!
Someone shoot that bastard!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Headshots.
You think you can kill me too?
Oh well. Don't you dare make me waste my ammo.
I'm putting you down!
I gotta figure out how I gotta come from.
You're dead!
I heard him. Don't know where he is though. I'll go round up all this extra ammo from those guys I shot. Then you got the nuggets of truth. This is what I'm talking about. The Lincoln County War. Lincoln County War is often considered one of the most famous examples of a range war in the history of the West. Range wars were conflicts over the control of open range or rangeland freely used for cattle grazing. The disputes were usually over grazing or water rights, but in this case, the fight was over the control of the dry goods trade in Lincoln County. The quarrel arose around the conflict of interest between the Dolan-Murphy faction and the newly arrived Englishman John Tunstall. At first, they tried to use the legal system to resolve their dispute, but soon the fight devolved into a conflict between armed gangs. Murphy and Dolan had ties to outlaws like John Kinney and his gang, and Jesse Evans, whose outfit was known as the Boys. They were responsible for the death of Tunstall, which became the central catalyst of the conflict. The other side had the regulators. William Bonney, aka Billy the Kid, rode with them, promising revenge on the men who murdered Tunstall. Both sides were sworn in by different officers of the law, so technically they were all acting within the law. After the regulators were defeated, some of their members became fugitives, and just like Billy the Kid, met their untimely and violent ends. See, what I like about these is it gives you, hey, this is a thing that happened. Here are the facts that we know as of today in history as to what actually happened. It's like you are playing a fictionalized account of said events, but here's a nugget of what actually happened if you're interested, which I kind of am. Especially when you live in the Midwest, crap like this is literally everywhere. And you see there are quite a number of them that you can find throughout this game, which is actually pretty good. And I level up. New level. You have 1 skill point to spend and 3 skills category. Okay, Gunslinger, close quarters fighter, and then the ranger for the long distance. I went on my way to fill up both of them because, as you can see, there are there's a pistol, different types of there are 2 pistols, a pistol and a rifle, and another type of pistol in each one of these. After you fill one of the 6 cylinders on one, you get a new gun up. You get the engraved ranger. You get a better gun. This one, a Kimbo Gunslinger. Dual wield revolvers. Grab 2 revolvers and give them hell. When you carry a revolver, you can hold triangle or use the arrow keys to dual wield. So we'll start with that. Then you got Trapper. Trapper for close quarters resistance. You can't be bulletproof, but this would make you more resistant. Stuff like that. Good for if you use when you use a shotgun. This is great for if you're using a rifle and doing some snipies on bad guys, which is always fun.
He's right behind us! Where the hell's
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Trying to figure out how with that other thing I missed. What I like is I also like exploring in this area because you find those secrets or you find extra ammo or.
Let's do this. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Let me do the thing. Let's try that again.
Watch out! He's one of them! God damn it, he's right behind us! Where the hell's Garrett? Never around when you need it! Where do you come from? Let's get these dumb bitches running! Now you're really pissing me off!
I want to know how I missed. I thought my sight was right on his face.
Time to die. I'm putting you down.
Oh, nice. I forgot he'll do that every so often. If you clear an area, you just the tip of the barrel. Classic.
I've got this! What in tarnation? You're done.
Man, I wasted too many bullets on that one guy.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
know that's the current objective, but I'm going to explore a little bit, see if I can find some ammo. I wasted a crap ton. And maybe find a secret or two, because I don't remember where they all are. It's been way too long since I've played this game. The Ranger. And you get different types of, you can get different types of pistols like this one, the Ranger. Kind of looks like the Colt from Supernatural, in my opinion. Wow, you know, for a well, you kind of have to have a hole there to get water out of.
I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window.
Back door! We'll cover you! Try aiming, you idiots! Watch your
Truth
flank!
be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Where'd he come from?
Cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
I was wondering where that I was being shot from. I was like, who the hell is shooting me?
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
I go on this because you explore a bit. And there's a gate you could go through, which they don't even tell you if you're straying from where the story, and you should get back to it. Like if I kept going that way, you're straying too far from the story, and then it'll force you back to where you're supposed to go, which it's funny in my opinion. Right now, I'm also looking for secrets and ammo, just in case. Yeah, 'cause I don't know if you noticed when I was fighting those guys, I shot a red splody barrel, which they made sure to mark with the word powder, just in case you weren't sure it was a splody barrel. Go this way just a little bit. I could have swore there was a...
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window.
Back door! We'll cover you! Try! Watch your flank!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Get down!
Cut their numbers in half. But that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
Too damn close!
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
I could swear there was a secret around here that I missed. Or I could, you know, be going insane. That is also a possibility. Alright. Let's get through this back door.
And like that, I was inside.
Dead, you
None the
bastards!
worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave.
Deader than a rat in a trap! How about that?
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Baldwin.
Got another nugget of the truth. Always fun. Pat Garrett was relentless in his pursuit of Billy the Kid and his gang. Garrett and his posse tracked them to the deserted stone farmhouse in Stinkin' Springs and surrounded the building. Keeping Billy and company was a colorful collection of desperados. Among them was Tom Pickett, Billy Wilson, Charlie Baudelaire, and Dirty Dave Rudabaugh. Rudabaugh crossed paths with such legends as Dave Mather, Bat Matterson, Wyatt Earp, and Doc Holliday, and died in a rather unsavory manner as he was shot and then decapitated by a Mexican machete in 1886. Charlie Baudelaire, who probably killed Buckshot Roberts in the Blazers Mill gunfight, did not survive the siege at Stinkin' Springs as a bullet hit him in the chest while he was passing a window. The others surrendered on the following day, December 23rd, 1880, after Dirty Dave hoisted a white flag. The captured criminals were transported to Santa Fe while Billy was taken to Mesilla, where he was sentenced to death by hanging. He was then moved to Lincoln, New Mexico, to await execution. It never happened, however, as Kid pulled off a spectacular jailbreak. Crack sharp, smart as whip. Killed at 21 by 12. Killed.
Billy looked at me and
And he's
said,
Billy the Kid.
"About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah,
21 by 21.
Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Hold still, goddammit. I'm trying to figure out how I'm missing so epically bad.
Where'd he come from? I think we're in trouble.
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Damn ears are ringing.
even to Billy. And maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatlin, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention. I said that it was time.
Yeah, in the story, if you don't do what you, the narrator, don't say, you get in trouble.
He directed that order at me. And I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Wow, I just sucked.
Let's make a run for it. Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you
Ooh,
saying,
last breath. Oh, that was luck.
He's just joshing with you. Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
Guy coming through with a shield.
You come out and I will. You can't get me. Now you're in trouble.
Woo! I love doing that to guys, shooting them through that hole because they're using outhouse doors as a shield. I love shooting them through the hole.
You were heading for the barn.
I'm gonna cut you, boy.
Making my way past the passing fallen foes.
Alright. Ranger. Executioner. Execute nearby enemies. Deal some headshots without even aiming. Pressing and holding the R2 will eat up all your concentration in exchange for marking nearby enemies for execution with perfect headshots. The more concentration you sacrifice, the more of them will die. That's the one you want to get to in Ranger. The one I am currently. Eagle's Eye. Iron Sight slows down time. Take your time when aiming, which is another thing I really want.
I'm ending you.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
I'll do you myself.
Make sure I got all the things I can get over here.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Another thing is, if you shoot the chickens, he'll actually have a quip about it, which is kind of funny.
After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves to some fried chicken.
Like, see, all secrets will have this sparkly little glow around it, like the hat or the. Let's see. And this one, these specific secrets are about, like the hats are usually about a person, and the scrolls are usually about an event, if I remember right. This one's about Pat Garrett. Patrick Floyd Pat Garrett was born on June 5th, 1850, in Concetta, Alabama, and grew up on a prosperous Louisiana plantation located just below the Arkansas state line. He died January 29th, 1908, 2 years before this game takes place. Shot in uncertain circumstances on the road from Las Cruces, New Mexico, by one Jesse Wayne Brazil. Pat was a cowboy with buffalo hunter, a bartender, and a customs agent, but history remembers him as the sheriff who killed Billy the Kid. Garrett and Bonnie met in a saloon, and for a while they were fellow card players. When Garrett was made sheriff of Lincoln County and Governor Wallace put $500 bounty on Kid's head, the newly minted lawman began his relentless pursuit. Despite numerous traps, Billy was always able to escape the tightening noose. He could not run forever, though. On July 14, 1881, in Fort Sumner, Billy, most likely armed, entered a room where Pat Garrett was lying in wait, sitting in the darkness. Billy asked the question, I'm not going to try the Spanish for that because I suck at Spanish. Who's there? And Garrett answered with 2 shots from his revolver. One hit Billy in the heart, killing him on the spot. He was buried in the Fort Sumner Cemetery between the graves of his 2 friends, Tom O'Fourier and Charlie Baudet. Many people later accused Garrett of killing Kid in a dishonorable manner. The book he co-authored, The Authentic Life of Billy the Kid, in which Billy was portrayed as a degenerate murderer, did nothing to lift that disreputable words, Clayton, cloud. That image of the Kid, however, became part of his legend and remains so to this day. Which is funny, because he authored a book about a guy he was hunting and made him sound like a complete asshole, kind of like the biographer of Edgar Allan Poe. What people who base all their knowledge about Poe, it's coming from that biography. And what most people who don't look into it don't know is that book was, since it's not an autobiography, it's a biography. It was written by a man who, in no uncertain terms, hated Edgar Allan Poe with a passion. So when you read that book, you have to take it with a grain of salt. It's like, so everything you read about him, where he's X, Y, and Z, this kind of person, is like, wow, I'm pretty sure none of that's true because it's being written by a guy who's a complete asshole and didn't like the guy he's writing about. Now, it's great with these dummies out here. It gives you before you do the next story, but it gives you a chance to practice on your aiming. Ooh, 5.5 XP for pumpkin kill. XPs, and I got 10 XPs for that chicken too. So you get 10. And since this is a farm, you know that chicken's gonna be eaten. Sheriff Pat Garrett.
That's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Proud, handsome, ham-handed Pat Garrett. I love how stylized and the whole game is, and especially when you look at these historical characters they put in this game. They look pretty decent, and I like their design.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
When your opponent reaches for their gun, press R1 to draw a weapon, aim with their stick, and then shoot. Now, you can shoot them before they draw. However, that gets you. There is kind of a morality system in this game, where if you shoot first, you become more of a bad guy. Whereas if you wait for them to draw, you become more of the hero. But it's one of those, you have to time it. That's where it kind of gets finicky. You have to learn how to time the action, because if you are off by just enough, not only could you draw before they do and kill them and get get a negative ranking with the law, or you could die and you have to start the thing over. And what I like about this, there are a couple of westerns that I'm a fan of, and one of them is actually really good. It has Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio, Gene Hackman. The Quick and the Dead. It's kind of what, when you play this part, it reminds me of. If you haven't seen Quick and the Dead, I recommend you find it. If it's not on Netflix or Hulu, I'm pretty sure you can find it on DVD really easy.
And that you killed her in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No,
I met
boy.
Pat
That ain't
Garrett.
what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves to some
And what you're about to see, him rewind time. Exactly. That's what I mean. He rewinds the story to another point, which is pretty freaking sweet. XP, XP, go in the barn.
Stepped inside, and bam! Last thing I heard
That's
was
not
Garrett's
Billy.
voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
And you have you get to your six. It tells you how many enemies you killed, what your accuracy was, which mine was garbage today, 44%. Weapon of choice was 6-shooter. Award of choice is falling, which I don't remember what that's for. Focus, speed, XP bonus, and total time taken. And my duel with Pat Garrett, and it shows honorably killed. If I hadn't waited, and I just killed him, it would have said dishonorably killed, which also affects your overall how you're perceived when telling the story. And if you wanted, you could restart the mission and start the whole thing over and try again. Not gonna do that. I'm happy with the results. Just shows I have to improve my aiming.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
A fistful of hot lead.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
April 28, 1881, 4 months after the arrest of Silas Graves.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Ooh, a hat. Take secret. Secret found. Billy the Kid. William Henry McCarty, also known as William H. Bonney, Kid Antrim, or Billy the Kid, was probably born between 1859 and 1861. He died on July 14, 1881, shot by Sheriff Pat Garrett in Fort Sumner, New Mexico. To this day, he remains one of the Wild West's most recognizable outlaws. Billy stood approximately 5'8", 5 feet 8 inches tall, and was of slender build with blue eyes, blonde hair, and a boyish charm. Many reliable sources can vouch for his sense of humor, generosity, and friendly nature. He was shrewd, relentless, and reckless, and often put his own life in danger for those he cared about. He loved to sing and dance and could read and write. His handwriting was said to be extremely neat. Billy was very popular with the ladies, although he never played favorites. Not one soul who knew him personally ever said he had an explosive temper or a propensity to kill at the slightest provocation. The Kid owes that image to his killer, Pat Garrett, who wrote a book embellishing his exploits 2 years after Billy's death. Hollywood then burnished that myth into a high shine. Contrary to popular belief, Billy was not a stone-cold killer or even much of a criminal. He never lived an outlaw life of robbing banks, stagecoaches, or trains. Petty rustling and horse thievery were the worst of his transgressions. Billy was credited with killing 21 people, but that number was inflated considerably. He definitely killed 4 men, 2 in self-defense, 2 during a jailbreak, and he participated in shootouts during the Lincoln County War, which left another 5 people dead, but then again, they might or might not have been killed by the bullets of Billy the Kid. What I like about this shows that they, actually, this description, if you've seen it and remember, this is how they portray Billy the Kid in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That description is exactly, almost verbatim, how they took Billy the Kid. They're like, we're going to take this, what's said to be the actual Billy the Kid, from the people who knew him and not the guy who shot him, as what he was actually like, so we're going to use that characterization. Which is funny, they took that, but not how Napoleon actually was. They made Napoleon out how the French and the English described him, which was more of propaganda. One of 4 secrets. I got some secret hunting to find.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
12 gauge Whitney, 10 gauge, loud as thunder. Cut a man clean in half. I love that the shotgun gets its own character intro.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scattergun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The Kid's escape raised a huge ruckus.
Oh, shotguns. Oh, shit, son.
Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away. Anybody see him?
Woo!
Middle ain't that sucker.
Ooh, level up. Let's see. Silver shotgun. Special high-powered shells can be used with this gleaming scatter gun, giving the user a little extra range necessary for the taking out of enemies at a distance. Not only can it shoot farther, but it doesn't require pinpoint precision to hit what you're aiming at. That's the kind of gun you want. Let's see. Crusader's armor. Close-up combat resistance. The next thing you need. Don't got many bullets left for my 6-shooter. God damn.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. Suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape? Garrett's gonna kick our ass! Kill him!
Oh, damn. Wasn't paying attention, slipped off the slipped off the deck. Oops.
Anybody see him?
Oh, now I gotta redo all that.
Anybody see
Alright,
him?
here we go. Let's try to do it better. It's time to get good.
Middle ain't that sucker.
All right. Damn it, I just wasted a bullet. Oh, son of a biatch. I'm not. I'm all out of ammos. Almost.
Billy broke out of jail. Bill him already.
Violence is not the answer.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Where'd he get you? You!
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
God damn, he's hard to hit.
Long shot. Making your way around town while also
Hey, he's in town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Ooh, I didn't even know there was a splody barrel over there. Locked out on my part.
That's it for you.
Could have swore there was a secret back here somewhere. I'm gonna look real quick. 'Cause I got time. Haha, there it is. Secret found. The Lincoln Escape. One of the most spectacular jailbreaks in the history of the Wild West took place on April 28, 1881. 4 months after his apprehension at Stinking Springs, Billy Kid was sentenced to death by hanging. His execution was to take place exactly 1 month later on May 13th. Until then, McCarty was to be held in Lincoln. On the second floor of the city courthouse, Billy was guarded by 2 of Pat Carrot's deputies, Jim Bell and Bob Ollinger. The specific details of the events that took place on April 28th are sketchy, but it is suspected that a friend of Billy's left a revolver hidden in the privy. Another version of the tale has McCarty taking the gun from Bell by force during a struggle on the stairs. We'll probably never know the truth. One thing is certain, Billy shot Jim Bell, and he was dead before he finished falling down the stairs. The other guard, Ollinger, heard the shots and ran towards the courthouse. Billy was armed with Ollinger's 10-gauge double-barrel shotgun and was waiting by the window for its owner. When Ollinger appeared, he heard, "Hello, Bob," seconds before the kid shot him with his own weapon. It took Billy an hour to remove his leg irons using a pickaxe. Then he mounted a horse and rode away at a leisurely pace, singing happily, if the stories are to be believed, which I don't. That accounting more than likely was given by Pat Garrett. The guy, as we all know by now, did not like Billy the Kid. I got 2 of the 4 secrets now. And I literally do not remember where the other ones are. I'm sure we will come across them in time.
It's you or me?
It's you. Headshot.
children here.
We can take them.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Ooh.
Can't hide forever.
You'd be surprised what I can do. Jeez. I didn't realize it was that close. Oh, and there's a lot of powder.
Surrender yourself.
Oh, I know. It's not six explosives. I go around. Sure I will, since I'm kicking all your asses.
Put down your weapon.
Okay, I came. Okay, I came from this way. All right. Actually, can I pick up any of this? Any more of that?
I don't get
Looks like I'm all full up on ammos, which is good. Okay, can't go that way. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, can I pick up that axe? I've never figured out. Oh, damn. I just got the one melee where I punch people with my gun. Boom. Let's see.
You won't get away with this.
Put down my weapon. How about no? I'm not a moron.
Give it up.
Headshot.
Damn you!
You're threatening the lives of innocent
Secret.
people.
Let's see. Horse theft. Before the automobile, the horse was the primary means of transport in the Old West, and having one often meant the difference between life and death for settlers living in the mountains or in the endless prairies of the western United States. Without a horse, there was no way to work the land, or herd cattle, or get to a mine, or fetch a town doctor in time to save whoever had fallen ill or had been injured. In fact, without a horse, it was mighty hard to survive at all. No wonder that horse thieves were treated as the scum of the earth and were usually lynched without a trial. The gallows was a common sight in the Wild West, and many men met their demise at the end of a rope because they stole an animal that didn't belong to them. Full disclosure, I have ancestors who were horse thieves back in the day and did meet, and a good number of them did meet such an end. Found that out because my mom was doing the family archiving, family history stuff, and yeah, turns out a number of my ancestors were such thieves. Oh, okay.
Downtown's going to hell in a handbasket.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Got that shotgun, but I'm gonna swap out with this rifle because upcoming is going to be some long range of shooting I'm gonna need to do.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy, and all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Headshot. Ooh, where'd that one come from? Shit. Right there. Reload. And he's over there. I'm gonna go around. I can't see him from here. Pulling a RoboCop.
On yourself! Get away! I'm here! I've got this!
Ooh, long shot. Not a headshot. Unfortunately. Okay. Heard that shot come from somewhere.
I'm putting you down!
It's that guy.
You're done.
There we go.
I'll flank it! We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back! Surrender yourself!
Oh! Headshot, long shot. And I'm running out of ammo. Shit. Let's see if there's any back here. Ooh. There's a ladder. Let's climb the ladder. Climbing the ladder. Get the high ground. Yeah, they'll be able to see me better, but I will certainly be able to shoot them better. Whew, almost. That would have killed me if I had messed that jump. Let's go back up. Where'd that shot come from? Oh, right there.
You're dead!
Seriously, no secret? Or I'm blind as a bat. Which, I hate saying that because I know they're not blind, but it's the only thing I can think of on the top of my head to say that I'm frustrated as shit because I only have one left to find. Oh, you know. Shotgun. Oh. Ooh! I was cleaning the house. Back here. Back over this way. I must have completely missed it. I'm gonna be pissed if I look it up and it was somewhere I passed and I completely just overlooked. Back this way just to double check. Make sure I'm not missing anything glowy. ammo.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Pardon me. A bit burpy. When you hear the heartbeat, you can draw your gun first, but this will be noted as a dishonorable act and scored accordingly.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Seriously, I'm gonna be pissed if I look up that I just completely walked past a nugget of truth. It's great when you New Game Plus it or play it on hard. You keep all your weapons, so it's
So
easier
where'd you go after Lincoln?
to do.
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Ruales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
While this plays out, I'm going to take a cheeky break. Be right back.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
And we're back. Pardon me, I just had to get a quick snack.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
I hate fucking running.
Oh, not credits. Okay, so they are on. Okay.
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there! There!
¿Quién carajo es ese hombre?
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
Boom. Headshot. Get some.
Moments later, the attackers were dead. And I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
Shoot that running son of a bitch!
See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Stand and fight!
Damn it. You all dead.
Where's he going? Stand and fight, you coward!
Let's see. Longer combos. Deep pockets revolver. Ammo capacity increase. Hints about nuggets of truth. Don't miss any important details. Additional sounds and hints will lead you to hidden items. Screw it, let's take that.
He's getting away!
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Hard to hit a moving target.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up
Run.
against a gang
I got
like this.
almost no ammo. Get the fuck out of here.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. That Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunted. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. The old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Where's he going?
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Ah, no, it's right up there. I gotta figure out how to get back up there. Take secret. Doc Holliday. John Henry Holliday, better known as Doc, due to his degree in dentistry, was born on August 14th, 1851, and died of tuberculosis on November 8th, 1887. He is best remembered as a Wyatt Earp's friend. The famous sheriff wrote about Holliday in an 1896 article. Doc was a dentist, not a lawman or an assassin, whom necessity had made a gambler, a gentleman whom disease had made a frontier vagabond, a philosopher whom life had made a caustic wit, a long, lean, ash-blond fellow, nearly dead with consumption, and at the same time the most skillful gambler and the nerviest, speediest, deadliest man with a six-gun that I ever knew. Doc Holliday fought in the famous gunfight at the OK Corral at Wyatt's side. He received a flesh wound and in return filled Tom and Frank McLaudry full of lead, killing at least the former of the two. No one ever expected that Holliday would die in bed with his boots off, least of all him. The tuberculosis that ravaged his body for most of his days finally took his life. On his deathbed, he asked his nurse for whiskey. When she refused him, he looked down at his bootless feet and uttered his last words, "Damn, this is funny." Now that, if true, are some epic last words. Cantankerous, mean as hell, old man Clanton.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun. Damn, I gotta reload. I don't know how you lived this long.
Take secret. Old man Clanton. Newman Haynes Clanton, also known as Old Man Clanton, was born circa 1816 and lived until his violent death on August 13th, 1881. He was an old man, especially for back then. Holy shit. People didn't live, life expectancy was like best 30. Shit, he lived to be old-ass man. It is believed that the old man was stealing cattle from Mexican rancheros and selling them in the United States. He was the alleged leader of the Cowboys, a loose gang of outlaws, gunmen, and rustlers and cutthroats. In July of 1879, the Cowboys, among them Johnny Ringo, Curly Bill Brocious, Frank and Tom McLaury, and Ike and Billy Clanton, led by the old man, executed the leader of a squad of Mexican rurales. The Mexicans had illegally crossed the border in pursuit of the murderers who had robbed a ranchero in Sonora, Mexico. 2 years later, in July of '81, the cowboys massacred and robbed 19 Mexican smugglers transporting silver through Skeleton Canyon. Only weeks after the event, the old man with several of his men were herding stolen cattle through Guadalupe Canyon. God, I suck with words today. Near the border. At dawn, the rallies had their revenge. Most of the cowboys accompanying Clanton died that day. Old man Clanton himself was shot while preparing his breakfast, falling face first into the cooking fire.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon. But it was just me.
Oh, god damn it. I was reloading at that very second. That is my fault. I wasn't paying attention. Holy shit. Why am I down here? I wasn't even right. I was on the other side. What the shit? Okay. What the hell? Are those bullets traveling through rocks now? What the hell? That is garbage. Damn it.
Damn, I gotta reload. You stupid zombie.
Okay. Hopefully this last bullet will actually kill him. Ooh.
Made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
I'm pretty sure I know where I missed the second the third nugget of truth. It's on that spot where you're supposed to be running. There's like a little camp out site where it is, and I completely passed it, forgetting where it was. Let's go to skill tree because I got one. Let's see. Shells, dynamite capacity increased, carry even more deadly buckshot shells and explosives. Waste not, higher combos and concentration. Be even more efficient when focused. The combo multiplier and concentration will stack by 2 levels instead of 1 every time you perform a successful kill. Higher combos means more experience. Let's see. Longer combos. Don't stop your killing frenzy so soon. Your combo meter will stay active for 50% longer. When chaining together long combos means more experience. We'll grab that one. Then that one will give us faster revolver speed, improved agility and concentration mode on the run, reload while sprinting. Deep pockets is another one. The next one I'll get, might get deep pockets for the ranger because I'm steady aim while zooming is probably the other one I'll get. One of the things you want to get is in this tree. It's this one, Grenader. It's when you throw the dynamite, you can then shoot it. You can target it and shoot it, so you don't have to wait for it to land and then explode like a grenade. Once you throw it, you can just wait, boom, boom, and it's super fun. Especially if you're in a gunfight, you don't have any ammo for your rifle, and you need something quick and easy. Toss out any dynamite you have and just bam. But since I already have 2 in the other ones, we'll probably do one in Trapper. More than likely, the Waste Not and get even more combos in Concentrate, which in turn will net us even more XP, which in turn will give us the ability to make more combos. Like, come closer, more concentration for full blast, do some close and personal killing. Always fun. This one, the ornate sawed-off shotgun. That is a fun one. If you look at its power, it's got 30% damage, plus 10 to range, and negative 30 recoil. That thing is a beast. The golden rifle is one of my favorites. The unknown inventor of this magnificent firearm modified its spring to allow extra bullets in the magazine. In addition, it's lighter and more durable, which by itself makes it handle easier and reduces recoil. So you get negative 25 recoil, better aim speed, and plus 2 to your overall ammo capacity for your rifle. No question. The inlaid 6-shooter is also pretty decent, but you get the engraved ranger and then the ivory-handled quick shooter, which is essentially the gun of the Lone Ranger. And then if you go this one, and you get the 2 types of shotguns, which are always fun. Like I said, this game is fun as shit. You as this character are retelling the legends of the Old West, and you're getting to encounter and fight the legendary outlaws and sheriffs of said time period, which makes it that much more fun.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
What exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss.
Brocious.
Curly Bill
I'm an idiot.
Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. Grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
I'm trying to figure out how my sights being on that dude, dead to rights, missed.
Get him from the side! I'm done with you.
About time, shit.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
I like how they're saying I can't hide forever, either I'm killing all of them. It's like, I ain't hiding. Ooh.
It's you or me?
Pretty sure it is you. Ooh, that was a good one. Through the trees. Let's move that way. Don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Looking for stuff. Like I said, as you can see, it's like it's semi-open world. It's like you have a small area you can explore that's kind of rails you through, hallways you through, but you can actually explore that little section and look around and find like hidden items or extra ammo or what have you.
killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Oh, come on, that had to be a headshot.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cat.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
You're dead.
Woo!
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Never know. I can never remember where those hidden items are. And a lot of times they are off the beaten path, so you have to kind of use that. Even though you have the upgrades, it won't go off until you're relatively close to it. So you kind of have to have to go off those beaten paths to find them.
Where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
sucking so hard, and it's irritating the piss out of me.
Send him to hell! I'm putting you down!
Well, it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
You bastard!
That long shot, though.
Get me! Kill them all!
You know what I mean? You have to be that relatively close for you to catch the hint.
Can't believe you
Curly
keep
Bill Brocious. William Curly Bill was born around 1845 and died probably by Wyatt Earp's hand on March 24th, 1882. He was a saddle tramp, a gunfighter, a rustler, and a member of the outlaw gang known as the Cowboys. After the old man Clanton's death, Curly Bill became the informal leader of the Cowboys. He was described as tall and stocky, with a head full of thick curly hair. By all accounts, he was considered to be an excellent shot. Likely to drink, however, and under the influence of alcohol, his sense of humor could become deadly for those around him. Once he made a preacher dance during a church service by shooting at his feet. On another occasion, he ordered several Mexican peasants to strip naked and dance for his amusement. Apparently, when intoxicated, Brocious enjoyed watching naked people jump at his command. Probably had a hand in the murder of Morgan Earp, Wyatt's younger brother. This was in revenge for the famous gunfight at the OK Corral and the death of Billy Clanton and the McLaury brothers. Wyatt Earp would avenge Morgan by killing Curly Bill at Iron Springs in a shootout between the Earp's posse and the Cowboys. Ain't history grand?
Rule the day! You just missed. I'm impeccable. Ain't bothered me none. Boy, you are shit out.
Am I though?
Face me, you coward. In for the kill. Finish you around the corner.
This is getting fun.
Shot at.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Make sure I didn't miss anything back here, like ammo or... Ooh, look at that. Ammo for explosives. Just re-up my explodies. Yeah, this is where I came from. Going around. Up the stairs, up the stairs. Explodey. Got my exploded sticks. Shot the hell out of those guys. Ooh, you know, ammo. Usually secrets aren't this close together, but I don't. Never mind, just exploring.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience.
Let's see. More ammo.
I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards
I
that
mean,
were still
that
alive
is very
made a
pretty.
last stand.
If you look at. Let's see, Johnny Ringo. John Peters Ringo was born on May 3rd, 1850, and ended his life of violence 32 years later. History remembers him as an outlaw and a gunfighter who was associated with the Cowboys gang in his final years. In 1874 to 76, Ringo earned his reputation as a dangerous desperado while fighting in the Mason County War. His deeds during that conflict cost him almost 2 years in jail before the charges were finally dismissed. Soon after arriving in Arizona, an inebriated Ringo shot and wounded a man in a saloon for preferring to drink his beer instead of the whiskey Ringo bought for him. It is no surprise that around Tombstone, Ringo's reputation was that of an ill-mannered, ill-tempered, violence-prone saddle tramp, especially when drunk. On the other hand, who knows what his reputation would have been if the fight at the OK Corral had gone differently. History is written by the victors, and Wyatt Earp and his brothers not only won the actual fight, but the PR battle as well. On the 13th of July in 1882, Johnny Ringo was found dead with a gunshot wound in his head and a revolver in his hand. He was sitting under a tree barefoot. His horse was found 2 weeks later, his boots tied to the saddle as the cowboys often do to keep the scorpions out. His death was officially ruled a suicide, but we still don't know whether the king of the cowboys was killed by Wyatt Earp or Doc Holliday, or if he simply shot himself because he felt his life was no longer worth living. See, and said it best. Victory, history is won by the written by the victors, and that is exceptionally true. And it's one of those accounts it is sad we'll never know what actually happened. But then again, do we actually need to know? It's like, would our knowledge of history change all that much? I mean, it might, you never know. Load up my gun real quick. Going in.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Takes a shot before he takes a shot. Curly Bill.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil! You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me?
Let's see. Gotta find him. Where you go? Cat and mouse. Shit. Maybe I should have grabbed the shotgun. One of the things is, yeah, he's got his guys in here too. Oh, god damn it. In the middle of reload, it won't let you punch somebody. Dumb.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Get him, boys. Did that son of a bitch send you to kill me? Wherever you are. Come on out, son. I want to see you dead. You can run. Can't hide forever.
I need to get my concentration back up. So I'm gonna do what I just did earlier, where I just unloaded 2 6-shooters into that effer's face.
You're going to the gates of hell. Did that sumbitch send you to kill me?
Someone's behind me. Holy crap, son. Not really.
How you like that? Did that sumbitch send you to kill me?
Gotcha.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Next in line to take over and take a bullet, Johnny Ringo. I love that environment, just speeding time up.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Whew.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
I thought for a second I was going to lose that.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Oh, 2 of 4? What? What? I could have swore there was only 3, and I knew I was missing 1. 4. God damn it. Any skills? Nope, no skills.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
The Innocents.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Might spend a little more time looking for shit.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his. Nothing gets past him.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
vigilance committees. In the Wild West, where law either didn't exist or was represented by corrupt authorities and groups of citizens called vigilante committees, often took the law into their own hands. These citizens acted as judge, jury, and like the judges from Judge Dredd, often hanging the accused from the closest tree. Their guilt was often anything but assured. Some of these vigilantes became local folk heroes and often gained considerable influence. Such is the case with Montana vigilantes. Responsible for the hanging of Henry Plummer, and 21 other suspects. Ironically, they accused these men of belonging to a mysterious gang called the Innocents. The last of these unfortunate souls was hung for merely voicing doubts in regards to the guilt of his friends. What was even more suspicious was that after Plummer and the rest of those suspects were hung, the gold robberies continued unabated. Some say the Montana vigilantes were the true bandits. Many of these early stories that pointed to the finger of guilt at the Innocents were written by a member of the vigilantes, the editor of the Montana Post. Well, you know, what way to hide what you're really doing by posting it in the paper. Rifle. That guy's that way. What was this way? I don't remember. Yeah, it was coming from this way, and if I'd have kept coming, that dude I just took out would have shot me from way up there. If I could hold to climb that. Let's see. I think there's just exploded barrels over by them, so I can easily take them out with my rifle.
Don't let him get a shot off!
I think I killed... I love how they were still talking even after I blew them to hell. Disperse the chickens. Taking a ranger, hell yeah. Well, it does not look like I'm missing anything over here. Let's go this way. Going back this way.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Boom.
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings.
Alright, son of a bitch. Where are you?
Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
I am.
You can run, but you can't hide forever. That was too damn close. Show yourself, coward!
Oh, there you are. Ooh, trying to be sneaky. I am just as sneaky. Invisible wall. Stupid invisible walls. Oh, how I hate you. What is up, Blob the Bow? How you doing this evening? Welcome to the Command Center. We are playing Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Pretty fun. It was a downloadable title back on the PS3. It's a pretty decent game for a download title.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Dangerous and desperate individuals.
You must be about out of bullets.
Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll.
Damn, I can't believe I missed with that explosion.
That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the
Ooh,
other.
good.
He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
I can hear that guy. Okay.
Plumber wants that asshole dead.
Come on. Come on, damn it.
Do you know who we are?
Boom.
I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was touched. Or had some kind of death.
I know, I've been shooting them.
Powder everywhere.
Stupid gump.
One stray bullet, One stray spark and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? No.
Let's go around. Make sure no one's trying to shoot me anymore, especially with all these explosives around. Collect the ammo. Whew. So, Blob, what you been up to today? Did I miss something over here? I could have sworn I did. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, moving on.
I thought I was some kind of hero.
Bandcamp and playing GTA on the PS4. Nice. GTA is a good game. Do you play mostly online, or are you playing the offline story stuff? Sometimes it's like I'm not a big GTA fan, but I watched the guys over at Achievement Hunter do things to do and all that kind of stuff with their online stuff, and that looks fun. I have a couple friends who have online accounts, and I do stuff with them if we were doing crap like that. Oop, straight from the story. Move up this way.
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Online, nice, very nice. I do have to make a quick apology. Since I'm playing, this is a PS3 game.
But first,
my capture equipment has a weird delay between my PS3 and my OBS using the Elgato system I have. So what I see on my screen will probably I might react to it like a good 30 seconds before you see it on your screen. I try to keep myself from doing that because it gives away what's happening or might confuse the audience, but I'll just giving you a heads up if you're like, what the hell is he talking about? And then something happens.
I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
There we go. Crap. That's how the PS4 is. I stream something. Hey, that's cool. I'll have to look you up. Do you stream PS4 or are you a variety streamer, streaming out whatever happens to catch your eye that day?
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
Where'd that guy come from? Oh, there he is.
You're done.
I gotta get good. No, I mean, what games do you stream? Like, do you only do do you play GTA 4 and that's what you usually stream, or do you like have a variety of games that you'll cycle through for your show?
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
Get out here!
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Let's do this! Time to blow your shit up!
Planet Side, GTA Online, and 7 Days to Die. Oh, you realize? Oh, that's fine. Those sound like fun games. I've seen people play. I haven't played them myself. They do seem fun. Though you, I know you say you rarely stream. Do you have a specific day of the week that you usually do it? If you do. The Secret of Bannock, Montana. No, not yet. That's cool. I'll have to follow you and check you out when you do stream.
Reflexes often make up for lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Yeah, Nugget is somewhere.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
You'll die for this, you hear me? Come out, you yellow bastard! I'm putting you down. I'm putting you down.
Pearson. It'll be a few weeks. I need to buy a new mic. Mine died today. Oh, sad, bud. Hate when your equipment craps out. That was a secret. See, information on the gold rush. Nice. Let's see. Just got an upgrade point. Let's see. Gunslinger, faster revolver reload, deeper pockets. Inlaid 6-shooter. Nope. Let's see. What's this? Additional zoom while aiming. Hold your breath and be more precise. All right.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Whew. Whoa, what the hell? Do I play on the PS4? Yes, I do. I am a variety streamer. I play PS3 and PS4 games. Last week was Kingdom Hearts 2 I was doing a playthrough. I ran a poll on my Twitter Sunday asking if people wanted me to do more of that game or a new game. And I got a new game. So I picked this one. I'll probably run through the week with this one or until I beat the game and or yeah, get tired of it, or at least through Saturday. I'll probably run another poll Sunday. What people would want me to do.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side. It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me.
When it comes out, one of the games that we'll be streaming the crap out of is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Because I'm a fan of the first one, and all the things I've learned about the second one just got me super stoked.
No man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder.
Oh, damn it.
I needed to
Come on, jump button. If you like the tanks and planes, you should get War Thunder. Yeah, I'll look into it. Every time people recommend me a game, I always like to at least try to see if it's my cup of tea.
I was determined not to give up, however. That Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find the body.
What do I think of Pokemon Go? Oh, I am loving the hell of it. In my area of town, there are a bunch of Pokestops that I can easily get to. And I've been finding a lot of stuff. Like my starter was Squirtle. Like a week into playing, which was last week, I caught a wild Charmander, which made me happy. Because those two are my two starters. I had both Pokemon Red and Blue, and those were my starters for both games, so it made me smile. I've hatched a Meowth. I evolved my Eevee into a Jolteon. Got a pretty high level Hypno. None of mine in my area they're nowhere close to being ready to take anyone on in a gym battle, because in my area, all the people who run gyms have Pokemon that are 1,100 plus in combat points. So if I have to find a gym that's become unoccupied, or someone has just started with a low level guy before I could even take it. How about you? How you liking the game?
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Where is it? I know it's... You have to hold this and then go up.
I picked the more convenient and more dangerous route.
I heard the thing go off that there was a nugget of truth thing somewhere. I live on a private road and I can't find Pokemon because it can't find... hate that. When I'm driving to work, it'll sometimes drop my signal, and when I'm at work, it's a pain in the ass because the place doesn't have any Pokemon, even though that, and it'll also drop my location pretty easily. But I do like that it's easy to pick up and go with. It's like you can just walk around, find a place in a town, and usually find a bunch of stuff. And once you start leveling up your Pokemon or evolving creatures, those evolved forms are going to start popping up a lot more in the wild. I evolved a Pidgey to Pidgeot to its third evolution, and those just started popping up in the wild out of nowhere. And in all the spots where I'd usually catch Pidgeys, so finding Pokemon is usually about level and or what you've evolved something to, which is kind of nice. So it makes it easier to find certain types of Pokemon, or if you don't want to, or if you have a Pokemon that's a certain level but you find another version that's more powerful, you can easily capture that powerful one and then trade in the other one to Professor Willow and get extra candy that you can feed the new Pokemon to make it even more powerful. I also like that you don't have to, but you can pay for stuff in the game. It's like, you don't have to buy Pokeballs. All the Pokestops will just give you at least 3 or more every time. When you level up, you get a bunch. Incense is a random drop if you're at a Pokestop, or a random level up. loot, which is kind of cool. But I usually will buy it. I might buy an incense one of these days. My school's football field has a spawn location where I can get Charizard. Everyone has one. Oh, damn. I want a Charizard. At least I want to find Squirtles and Charmanders so I can level my guys up and evolve them, because, like I said, those weren't my original 2 starters, and those are the 2 I want to make super powerful.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor
25
there.
core medals. Nice.
The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
About to come into a boss fight. Okay. Load up. Wait. Oh, that's kind of absurdist. That slight of a drop. Oh, and you got a level. Nice. Level 1 hype. Snipe hype, hell yeah. The rifle in this game gets pretty nuts. Outlaw, lawman, scallywag, Hammery Plumber.
Well, this day is just getting worse and worse for you. Hey,
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
you can run! We can't hide forever! Oh. You can shoot, but dare you aim!
Oh, here comes bullet. Woo, that was close.
I'll bury you in a million pieces! No blood money for you today! I'm going all medieval on you.
Yeah, it really does, and I have to say I really enjoy the look of this game.
I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Oh, damn it. Ah! I hate that there's almost zero cover in this game, and where they were shooting from, it's almost impossible to dodge bullets or hide. Whew.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces.
Back on the hat.
You can shoot. Why can't you aim?
Whew. Forgot how much of a bitch this fight was. Oh, god damn it. That's not even the way I was... Hate this boss fight. Such a pain in the ass. Are you fucking with me? Woo! Shit. Shit, who the hell? Oh, that. God, son of a... I have to go. Alrighty. Have fun. Actually, if I can't beat this boss fight in the next round, I'm probably going to be hanging up anyway. Thank you for dropping by. I will be returning Thursday at 7:30/8 o'clock as the start time, and we'll be back with Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Feel free to drop back in. I will look forward to you joining us if you can. Thank you again for dropping by. Whew. Have a good night, buddy.
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in
Ah.
gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Alrighty, Rangers, that is gonna be it for tonight as well for me. That was fun as hell, but I hate that boss fight. Because they have that much high ground, there's almost no cover, and that guy's got dynamite for days. Whew, buddy. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Like I said, I will be back Thursday at 7:30, 8 o'clock. See, who is running a channel today? Namux. Alrighty. Rangers, I can't express how much I enjoy having you guys around. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, let the power protect you, and I will catch you all next time.